Hello, welcome back to My Time Monday with Johnny Tiger. What the heck is this? Some of you are saying. Well, essentially it's Soul Search Sunday, but it's more like me getting back into the swing of things. And I know, some of you are already saying, how come you already missed the Soul Search Sunday even though you just restarted the daily video? Well, this time I actually have a very legit reason. Uh, not not that any other time I didn't. I always have legit reason. But just so you know, and those of you who saw my Survival Saturday or the Saturday video uh, where I got all messed up by my cat Tiger, would know that my left hand, got seriously messed up by an angry pussycat. So because of that, uh, I spent the entire day in emergency care yesterday. Uh, the hand is really swollen, red and angry. My index finger and middle finger don't seem to want to work very well because of how much it's swelling up. Um, Long story short, the doctor was very impressed. And nurses were very impressed. Basically, everyone I showed my hand to was very impressed. You the average response was, "Holy shit! What happened to your hand?" And of course, it's a little bit embarrassing to have to repeatedly explain that I got messed up by my cat. Um, so the doctor basically told me that this is seriously infected, and they hooked me up with intravenous antibiotic while I was there at the ICU, and then they gave me two oral antibiotic while I was there, and the doctor also prescribed antibiotics for the next 7 days, 3 pills a day. Yay! This is seriously going to mess up the lining of my stomach. So this is the first day that I'm on the prescribed antibiotic. So far, I have not felt any improvement, but I imagine it's not going to work this fast. Um, the swelling and infection has not progressed beyond my wrist, so that's a good sign. Um, I still have feelings in my fingers. That's a good sign. I still can't make a fist with my left hand, however. It's still too swollen for that. So hopefully by tomorrow or the day after, we'll see some improvement. We hope. Uh, anyway, so that's why there was no Soul Search Sunday. Believe me, there was kind of very little to Soul Search about. Uh, Spending the whole day in the emergency room in the hospital on a Sunday is not my idea of having fun. But anyway, I'm back. Um, Another reason why we are doing this today is because, well, I mean, it's obvious with my hand in its current uh, situation, there's no way I'm going to be able to play guitar or piano or flute or anything. So, sadly, Music Monday is not going to happen unless you guys just want to hear me sing a cappella. We can always do that. I love those dear heart, gentle people that live in my hometown. I love those dear heart, gentle people that live and love in my hometown. They read the good book from Friday to Monday. That's how their week can go. I got a dream house I'll build there one day with picket fence and rambling roads. I feel so welcome each time that I return. Then my happy heart just laughing like a clown. I love those dear heart, gentle people that live in love in my hometown. Anyway, just improvising off the top of my head, it probably was pretty horrible. Anyway, um, so I'm going to take this chance and just do a little bit of a debriefing uh, on what happened in the last month and a half that this Johnny Tiger show was off the air. First and foremost, today is Monday, April 4th. Did I already say that? I don't think so. In Taiwan, April 4th is something pretty cool. When I was little, April 4th was something I always looked forward to. April 4th is a children's day where you actually get gifts. You can get toys. That is there's a lot of children's events like rides and games and stuff like that. It's a day dedicated to children in Taiwan. So that's pretty cool. Um, so as you guys know, we've been off the air since February 20, and I have not been idle. So first, of course, some of you already know this. I was actually out of town. I went to California to visit Kitten. So we spent a lot of quality time together. I got a lot of sunshine, probably. I hope got a beautiful tan that I'll show off sometime. And got a lot of good food and probably got a bit fat on all that good food and relaxation. Um, I also got a chance to organize the entire channel into playlists. So for those of you that have not seen it, for those of you that always felt, holy Christ, there's like 1,000 videos. How am I going to find a particular one? Maybe you were looking for the episode where I specifically, I don't know what just happened there. I suddenly couldn't pronounce specifically. Maybe you were looking for the episode that I specifically talk about a certain Chinese history, or maybe you were looking for episode where I talk about elbow strike, maybe an episode on medicine ball and working out with resistant band, and you find that it's overwhelming to do it because there's so many video. Well, the good news is now there are playlists on this channel. So just go to the playlist section. You will see a lot of really well organized playlists. English song, Mandarin song, instrumental music, uh, striking theory, grappling, uh, and medicine ball and resistant band. All everything is organized. And I'm going to from now on, all the videos I make will go into the proper category. So those playlists will keep growing and it will be easier for you guys to find. Needless to say, that really took a while to get to have to go through all those videos, and I really have to smack myself a few times because I realized that sometimes, especially in the early days of making these videos, uh, I was more interested in coming up with interesting video titles. And a lot of time, those titles were interesting, uh, but they didn't tell me what the video was about. So when I was going through the videos and trying to figure out which video should go into which category, uh, it was really hard work. I was having such a hard time trying to figure out what was supposed to go where. Um, So that's going to be something that I have to keep in mind from now on. Is the video title have to be a little bit more to the point. That's a lesson I learned. Now, I want to uh, talk about something that happened that was really cool when I was coming home from California. First off, at the airport, it was a little bit crazy because for some reason, my fingerprint triggered the alarm, so I got to get treated like I was a terrorist uh, pulled me off to the side and did a full body pat down. And yeah, yeah, that was kind of interesting. But what was actually even more interesting was after arriving here. Um, Normally it take me all but 10 minutes after landing at a YVR airport in Richmond. It would only take me 10 minutes, maybe 15, to get processed and get to be on my way home. But this time it took a lot longer because there was a Cantonese older gentleman, like the same age as my dad, like maybe guy in his 70s, 80s, on the same flight that came in, and he didn't know a single word of English. And wouldn't you know it, the people at the airport here didn't have anyone who could speak Mandarin. So the guy was stuck, and there was a lot of chaos. So yours truly got to play the hero and stay behind at the airport and be the interpreter and help the old gentleman out. Now, what really disgusted me was the whole time this was going on, the agent that was processing us through kept muttering to himself, "Oh, God damn it, I don't get paid enough for this crap." And I got angry with him. I said, "Hey, at least I'm getting paid. I am doing this for free. Think of that." And I thought, how can anyone be this insensitive that, hey, it's your job to do this, and you guys should have had an interpreter on hand for people like this, especially in the airport here in Richmond. And yet you have to rely on me, another passenger, to help you guys out. And you are not showing me any appreciation. You're just spending the whole time bitching about it yourself. Not cool. Not cool at all. YVR, really. You guys need to get it in line. You guys need to improve on this. Right? This is Canada. This is not a third world country. And this is an international airport where people from all over the world would come. So you guys need to get your act together. We don't need another incident where people get tasered to death at the airport. Yeah, I know I really shouldn't bring that up, but just saying, just saying, because it was exactly the same kind of crap. Um, so what else did I get up to? Well, I watched a lot of movies and I read uh, some books. I finally sat down and got a chance to read through the Zombie Wars series by Joseph Toledo. It's I wouldn't say it's like really well written, but it's definitely readable if you like zombie apocalypse books. If you like books where there's a lot of violence and guns and a lot of zombies, then yeah, I mean it's kind of lengthy. There's 9 books, actually 12 books in the whole series. So it's really long, and after the book 2 or 3, it started to get a bit repetitive. Just people killing zombie, people looking for food, people stealing from people, people killing zombies, people killing more zombies. Basically that, repeating over and over again. Um, but it's okay. Like if you want something to pass your time and something that you don't have to put any serious thought into, then Zombie Wars by Joseph Toledo is a good enough read to look into. Um, I also found a interesting little anime series that I started watching but didn't finish, and it's called Housing, and it's I believe it's called Housing Ultimate Helsing, like Van Helsing, the vampire slayer. So Helsing Ultimate. Look that up, and if you like scary horrors, vampires, werewolves, and superhuman beings with a lot of muscles and really cool fight sequences, Helsing Ultimate, uh, it deserves a watch. So there, I just give you something to read, something to watch. Um, I also uh, found a new game downloaded to my phone, and it's an interesting little game that if you like Dungeons and Dragons, if you like hack and slash, looking for treasures, killing dragon, something that doesn't have really involved plot, something that doesn't require you to play seriously, something you can just pick up, play for 2 minutes, put down, and everything will be fine next time you pick it up. Then look for Swordy Quest. That's sword with a Y, swordy, Swordy, quest, swordy quest, and it's perfectly accessible for those of you who are sighted, and perfectly accessible for people who are blind. I really I really recommend this game if uh, this kind of gaming is to your liking. It's a good way to kill time. It's a good bit of entertainment. There are some things that you can spend money on buying on this game, but even if you don't want to spend money, if you want to just download it for free, you can play it perfectly fine, free. But trust me, spending a little bit of money supporting the game will make life easier and make it more fun, and it's worth it. You know, a dollar here, a dollar there, uh, give you 10, 20, maybe 30 hours of fun. It's so Sortie Quest is basically your very generic, very simple uh, adventure game where your character start on in the middle of the map, and there are towns and villages you can explore and buy and sell and do trades, and you have to gather resources, look for food, look for firewood, look for stones to build things with, look for metal to build things with, so you can build yourself new armor and weapon, and you can acquire different transportations like different animals you can ride, and of course monsters you have to battle. Dragons. The dragon is really annoying, but anyway, dragons and demons and uh, uh, zombies. A lot of creatures that you have random encounters with. What's really cool too is the game randomly have uh, gift for you every day. So every day you log into the game, you'll be given a random amount of silver coins or resources, and uh, usually on weekends or special holidays, the game will have special events that you can buy ticket to. Events such as fishing competition or triple experience point when you kill a monster, etc., etc. Um, what really made it memorable was when I suggested the game to a friend of mine, a good friend, a student. I'm not going to give name here, but bro, if you're watching this, I'm going to give you a quick shout out. So, my buddy here, he lost his eyesight a handful of years ago, and when I introduced the game to him, he sent me a message and he said, I have not played games since 2010. I really missed it. Thank you for bringing me back to my childhood. And that touched me. I don't know if he was joking or not, but if he was serious, uh, that I was glad. I was glad to be able to show someone a game or show someone something that could reintroduce them to a happier time of their life. Every time I open an action figure, every time I display an action figure or talk about researching an action figure, it brings me back to a happier time in my childhood. So I'm happy to be able to do that for somebody. Speaking of action figure, I did, as usually as my method, usually when I go to the US, I take that time uh, to pick up some of my action figure pre-orders and to look for some of the action figures that we can't find here in Canada because action figures are so much cheaper there in the US. I mean, I talked about this before, and I'm going to say this again. Canada sucks when it comes to action figures, really. Uh, uh, an action figure that is uh, $20 in the US, by the time we see it here in Canada, it's almost $40. It's crazy. It really is. And then a lot of time we don't even get free shipping, and we get the action figure really late. Uh, in the US, I can get the same figure for $20 and then free shipping to my destination, and I can bring it back here without having to pay anything else. If I if I buy it here, I have to pay tax. I have to pay the almost double the price and shipping and all that. It's crazy. So every time I have a chance to go to the US, I make sure that I take that chance to track down some action figure or pick up some of my pre-ordered action figures. And this time was no exception. I got some really great stuff this time around. I'm going to do it this Toy Thursday, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to do a quick run through, a quick show and tell of the action figure I got and this Toy Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Um, Kitten and I also watched a lot of movies and documentaries and comedies. And one of the most noteworthy that we've watched, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Oh my goodness. We watched it like 5 times already, and we still enjoy it. I imagine we'll probably see it a few more times because it's just such an enjoyable movie for both of us with its Asian culture, Asian references, all the cool mythological stuff and martial art, and then superhero uh, references, and it's very comical. They didn't make it like all serious and uh, brimstone and hellfire. It's a really enjoyable movie that definitely make us laugh a lot. Another one that we enjoyed, if you haven't seen it, the Red Notice. Red Notice with Dwayne Johnson and what's the guy's name that played Deadpool? Uh, the two of them teamed up in Red Notice, and it's another really funny, really comical action movie. Really worth your time watching. Um, so that's it for today. A very rambly. It's all about my time. So this is why it's called My Time Monday. Now, with my hand in its current situation, I don't know if I'll be able to do a tactical Tuesday uh, or not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll think of something to do. Um, but for now, have a good rest of the day, and it's good to be back.